Hi everyone, welcome to Tom's Manshed and welcome to part 2 of the review of the Silvercrest steam mop and handheld steamer. Now if you haven't seen part 1, click the little tab up here or the link underneath or whatever, and that is a full rundown, a sort of unboxing and going through all the attachments that come with it, what each are used for, how to fill it, so on and so on. But as all my videos, as you know, are extremely long, it was getting up to 45 minutes and I hadn't even done any demos. So this part 2 is all about seeing it in use. So refer back to part 1 first if you haven't seen it. And this is the demo of it in use. Now I've added a new thing to my little watermark down in the bottom corner, the little red play button. That's the subscribe button. So instead of waiting to the end and clicking the round picture of the shed, which I'll remind you of it at the end as well, at any time just click that button down there and click subscribe and then click the bell icon. You'll be alerted to any new uploads. It'd be great if we get a few more subscribers. It's few and far between at the moment. So let's get on with it. Now what I'm going to do in this one, I've got 4 tiles, adjacent tiles in the kitchen, and I've put various foodstuffs on them. I've put some cranberry juice on, tea, coffee, some brown sauce, barbecue type sauce, mustard, and no wonder there's a saying, sticks like mustard, because as you'll see, the mustard is the most stubborn of them. And I think some curry sauce as well. So I'm going to test the steam mop, which this review is about, against 3 other sorts of mops. Now, the results are surprising. I won't tell you who is the winner, but it surprised me, and you'll see soon. But what I've been using recently, my favourite up to now, is this. It's just a normal, I showed it in part 1, but quickly shot it, and I didn't show the bucket in part 1. So it's a normal Valida mop, and then you put it in there, and you pump this handle here, and that spins round at a heck of a rate, and spins it, and it gets it really, really dry, and I love that. It's great for mopping up spills, and that does get it really, really dry. So I'm pretty pleased with that, but as you'll see soon, not brilliant on some of the really sticky stains. The other one I stopped using was this one. Again, you'll see it's a bit awkward to get it in the bucket. You put that in there, and in part 1 I show you another one, like a tufted microfiber one, like a wash clear, a car washing mitt, and you put that in and you can sort of dry it and mop it with them, but you've got to sort of like wring them out, wash them regularly, so on, and it's quite sort of big and bulky, so stop using that. And then I went on to this. Now I'm recording this intro and a lot of this video long after I've done the demo, because I've been waiting for my daughter to get me some of the wipes. Flash Speed Mop. Here's, if you don't know, they're like a wet, I said like a heavy duty tissue in the first one, but it's not. It's a cloth. You can't tear it like tissue, and they're absolutely soaking wet, as you'll see soon, dripping wet with lemon scented cleaning fluid or whatever, and you put it over there and you shove it in the little things, and you can turn them round as well. I don't show turning it round in this video, but you can turn them round as well. And spoiler alert, more effective than I thought they were from when I was using it. I seem to remember using it and getting some stains, and it just wouldn't get them off, but it does with these. Let's have a look in a minute. But the trouble with it is, you've got to keep buying these. And I think that for 12, my daughter said, from Asda, I think it was about £3.50. So yeah, you get 2 goals out of them. And of course, with the steam mop, you've got to take account your electric usage as well, haven't you? So don't know what the difference in cost is, but I can't get them from Lidl. I only ever shop at Lidl's. I haven't got an Asda near me. I've got a Morrison's, but it's It's a bit of a bind parking up and queuing up in there just for these. So I didn't bother with this. I sort of stopped using it and went on to that mop. So what I'm going to do in this video is show you the tiles. I'm going to show you it cleaning some wire mesh like grill type equipment, the grout on some tiles, the bottom of some taps, and some upholstery, carpets and a chair, well, a rug and a chair. So first of all, we'll do the floor bit because that's what I bought the thing for. So let's line it up now, and you'll see on the last one, that was filmed about 3 or 4 days after the others, so the camera's in a different position and that, but it's all straightforward enough. Let's have a look at them in action now and see who wins. Right, I'm just squeezing this bit in here because, yeah, I apologise for my heavy breathing. Whenever you've seen me doing a demo outside with tools or these that I'm doing in the kitchen, any sort of, well, it's not really physical exertion, is it? But it tends to pick up me heavy breathing, this DJI wireless mic. I do have asthma, but a few people have commented about, oh, your heavy breathing is annoying, but it's something I can't help, I'm afraid, so you'll just have to put up with it. But these mics tend to pick every little bit up, but that's that. Also, I forgot to say, as usual, there's an annotated timeline below. Skip to the bit you want to see, and you can miss out the bits you don't want to see. So, right, let's get back to the demo. Okay, so we're going to start off with, try this mop. So I've seen getting it in. As you can see, it's not easy to get in this bucket because it's not designed for this mop. And again, it's awkward getting all the dribbles off it. But we're just going to make sure it's, in fact, I'll fold it out so the whole mop is wet. Right, that is pretty wet there now, even in the middle. So I'll just wring it a bit with my hand. Right, so I'm going to set my stopwatch on my phone. And we're going to start with this end one and just give it a minute's rub. So this is quite hot, soapy water. It's not specialised kitchen cleaning fluid or anything, but it is soapy water. I'm not pressing massively hard. So I'm going to give each one a minute. I am putting some pressure on it. As you can see, the juice stains and the tea and the coffee have gone. The only two that are left are the mustard and the sauce. But I'm just putting the weight of the mop on. Maybe if I pushed a bit harder, it might get them off, but I want to make it even things. Right, that's been 1 minute. That's with that one. And I can see on, whoops, see that's what it's got off. Now we'll try it with this, and as you can see, this is how you use this. Put it in there, get it wet, and it's really great, this. See how fast it spins it. And that is pretty dry now. So just get it wet, and I won't dry it quite as much because we obviously want some wet on it. Yeah, that's still quite soapy, and we'll use it on this one. So again, I shall time a minute. Again, the juice, the purple juice, the cranberry juice comes off dead easy. Let's do the bottom two, whatever they were. I think it's curry sauce or chicken tikka masala or something like that. The two in the middle, the mustard is the definitely the hardest. So again, this is just the weight of the thing. I'll do it slow as well because I'll be doing the steam one slow. Right, that's 1 minute now. See the stuff it's got off, so you would then just rinse it out. Oops. And then spin that. And like I said, that is not bad at all. It's only sort of slightly damp. So, as you saw there, the two conventional mops did leave a bit of the mustard. As I mentioned, that's why the phrase is sticks like mustard, because that's the most stubborn of them stains. So they left a bit. Let's have a look now how the steam mop does. Okay, so we've got a clean pad on it now. You can see we haven't got the carpet runner on because we're not doing the carpet. And again, I'm just going to give it 1 minute. Just with the weight of the machine from now. I'm not putting any excessive weight on this. I'll have to go that way. I'll touch the next bit. You can see it's got rid of the mustard already. Right, that is now 1 minute. So yeah, you can see with that, it did get rid of all three. So, like I said, I dare say if I pushed really hard on the mop, I could probably get rid of them as well. In fact, I'll just get rid of this bits of mustard with this one. Like I said, I'm using no effort, I'm not pushing hard or anything. So, turn that off. And when not in use, you can just leave it and it stands up there on its own. And this time we'll just use the mop back on this one and I'll scrub really hard. Get a bit more use, pressing down pretty hard now, and you can see that does come off as well. So yeah, it's not a mile behind this, but the steam mop did definitely do it. Look, that's what's left on that, and now it's cooled down. You can see the stains on that, so you just tear it off now and wash it. And the last remaining tile there, we'll have to wait till I get myself some flash speed mop covers. I've got my daughter having a look in there, Asda, for me for them. So at this stage, I was going to do the flash speed mop, but I didn't have any of the bits that you put on the actual speed mops themselves. So I had to get my daughter to get me some, so I had to wait a couple of days. So I've now got them, and let's have a look how the flash speed mop does.
Okay, so we've got the Flash Speed Mop now here, and they are pretty wet, these things. It's hard to show you, but, well, I can't really, but if you run your hand along, it would sort of dribble out. They are that wet. I'm going to do exactly the same as I did before. I'll put a tiny bit of weight on this, because it's featherweight, this, so you would be expected to press slightly on this one. But the other ones, they were quite heavy in themselves, so I didn't press at all. But I'll just put the equivalent weight of the others on this and see how this does it. I'm expecting it to get the juice, the cranberry sauce and the tea and the coffee off, and probably struggle on the mustard. But let's have a see. So again, I will time 1 minute, just like the others, and I won't speed it up. I'll just leave the 1 minute going, and from now. So, actually, pretty good this so far. It's got rid of that brown stain and the, wow, better than I thought. Look at that, 26 seconds. So yeah, I'm impressed. Flash Speed Mop wins, and I'm putting hardly anything on there. You've got that bit there. So you've got this green thing here. Zoom out a bit, and you can see all the stuff it got up. So I'll show you how wet it is now. I'll bring it out in front of the thing. You should hopefully be able to see. You wouldn't normally do this, but you know, quite a lot of stuff came out there, so I shall mop that up in a second. But yeah, Flash Speed Mop in first place, Steam Mop in second place, I think.
So yeah, as you saw there, a win for the Flash Speed Mop. I don't remember them being that effective, but yeah, 30 seconds on it had got rid of that mustard, which the mop and the other mop didn't. And the Steam one did it, but took a tiny bit longer. So yeah, win for the Flash Speed Mop, but I'm still happy with the Steam Mop because I don't have to buy any products. So that's the floor. That's what I've mainly bought it for. That's what I will be using it for, and already, yeah, I can recommend it for that. So let's see it now on some fabric. So refer back to part one. I'll show you in detail. There's a little tool comes with it that you put a little elasticated white mop round for cleaning up. It's an upholstery tool for freshening up upholstery. You'll see that it really is only sort of for freshening up, not massive stains. So let's have a look at it first on this chair behind me, which is what it's ideal for just sort of freshening up some little tiny stains. So let's have a look at it doing that now.
Alright, we'll just turn the machine on. I'll put it on about half sort of steam. I'm just going to do this bit here. You can see, hopefully you can see on the camera, there's like a tide mark. I've sort of done this bit here and here is sort of like a tide mark. It's not a absolutely filthy chair, this, but it has got that mark on it. So let's see how this mop gets it up. And again, this is in real time from when I turned it on. The pump has now started. So, see the steam coming out. So I'm just going to rub it here. That. Something like this is what I would use it on this, without having to get the full Vax spot wash out, which I'll be using in a second, on a really dirty rug. Showing you this side by side with that, but that's not the sort of thing you'd normally use it on. So I'm going to go all over this chair so I don't leave any new sort of tide marks. dial in a bit more steam, I think. There's plenty of steam coming out. And we'll have a look at that, what it looks like when it's dry. Hopefully should have got rid of them little marks. And the bottom of it, you can see against the white it has picked up some dirt. So I'll turn that off now. We'll go and try it on a really dirty rug.
So I'll show you the results of that after it had dried out, along with the rug, which I'm going to show you now, and you'll see how effective it was on the chair. So let's have a look at it now, cleaning the rug. Now again, I've put 2 lots of stains, mustard mixed in with brown sauce and something else, and I've done one for the steam cleaner and one for the Vax spot wash. And that's again, I did a full review. I'll show you a link to that later on up here. And yeah, that's a proper sort of like shampoo. You'll see it in action, and it is better than the steam thing. So let's have a look at the steam thing now on a carpet.
Okay, so as you can see, we've got the steam mop going. You can see me phone there. I'm going to time 3 minutes on this. Now this stain here and this stain here are the same. This one was done a couple of days before this one, but they're both dry. You can see there's no wet there at all. And I'm going to do this one with the steam mop and this one with the Vax spot wash, just to show you that this is not ideal for this. I've still got the same pad on from just doing the chair. So I'm going to just go over here and I'm going to give it a full 3 minutes. Obviously I shall speed this up. I can smell the mustard already. Right, I'm going to stop it there actually, because that is absolutely full, as you can see. So it's just going to carry on rubbing stuff in. So I'm going to actually use the steam mop on that bit with one of the bigger pads in it, because maybe it was a bit too big of a thing to do. And then I'll carry on from 34 seconds up to 3 minutes. And then I'll compare it to this. So I'll just get the steam steam mop foot attached.
So yeah, I did that demo a couple of hours ago, and as you saw, it blocked up dead easy. It's only a little thing, and anything like all that mustard and stuff blocked it straight away. So yeah, I wouldn't use it on anything as bad a stain as that. Just like I showed you earlier on for the chair freshening up. So I've had it in a bowl of water with some washing powder for an hour or so, and it's come up all right. I'll put it in the washing machine next time I do it. So after doing that, I just sort of stopped at 30 seconds because it wasn't going to get any better with that. I thought I'll try it with the full in its handle as a steam mop, as I did the floors. Now when I did the floors, you just put the cleaning pad on like that. You don't need this. When you're doing it on a carpet, as I explained in part 1, you put this on. It's called the carpet slider, and it clips on. I think that see part 1 to see how exactly fit it, but it helps move along the carpet. So I did the other 2.5 minutes with this. Let's have a look at that now.
Okay, so as you can see, I've got the proper sort of full head on it now, and we've got what they call the carpet slider on it to make it easier to move. So I'm just going to carry on from where we left off. We had 34 seconds of that smaller one, and I'm just going to go over this with this one. Just see how good it does it. It's actually doing it better than I thought at the moment, but we'll give it a full 3 minutes. Try and use all of the pad. You can hear how quiet the pump is because it's in water. The clunk, it only goes noisy when it's out of water. Just do it on that little black stain there, whatever it may be as well. Right, we're halfway to the 3 minutes now. Okay, we're just coming up to the last 10 seconds of the 3 minutes now. Still got that yellow stain there, but it'll be interesting to see how clean just a normal carpet looks around it for giving it like a fresh up. So that's 3 minutes, we'll leave it there. And you can see, I don't know if you can see the water level, still plenty of water left in there. And the pad, well, you can't see much on the pad, there's no yellow stains or anything, but...
So, as you saw there, again, heavy stains, even with that big foot on it, not brilliant. Light stains and freshening up a carpet with the steam, it would be ideal for, but not brilliant on carpets, although better than nothing. So, just to compare it, I then did the adjacent stain made of the same stuff with this, a Vax spot wash. Fantastic bit of kit this, absolutely love it. Check out the card above here, and I'll probably put a link in a tile at the end as well on a full review I did on that. It was really, really good, and that does get rid of some quite heavy stains from carpet. So let's have a look at that now. Okay, so this time we'll try on this stain here for the same 3 minutes with the Vax spot wash. So we'll start it up. It's a bit noisy, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me. Spray the solution on. Right, we're just coming up to the last 10 seconds now. We'll give it a final suck up. As you can see, it still hasn't got rid of the yellow mustard stain. Okay. So, 3 minutes 10, near enough the same 3 minutes. So yeah, as you can see, hasn't either one got rid of the thing. So I'm going to let this rug totally dry out outside now, and then we'll compare the two. But obviously that's going to need some more work or some different cleaning solution on to get it. Luckily it's only a doormat. You can see the colour of the water. Hopefully, no, it's only a bit, but yeah, pretty black. So, as you saw there, much better with the Vax spot wash. I know it's irrelevant for this review on the steam mop, but I thought it's interesting to compare the two side by side. So, after a couple of hours, I put the rug and the chair outside to get them dry. Let's have a look at them now once they've dried off and see how effective it was on the chair and how effective it was on the rug. Okay, so the chair and the rug have both been outside for an hour or so now and they're dried out. It's absolutely bone dry. And you can see, I mean, yeah, and leaves marks on this sort of stuff, but you can see that tide mark has gone. So the little steam cleaner with the little white mop on it
did get that up all okay, freshened it up. Now the rug, see, is a different matter. That orange splodge there is, the yellow splodge is where we used the steam cleaner on it. If you remember the mat, the little white mop, blocked up in about 30 seconds, and then we put the big floor type one on with the foot and the full handle. And after 3 minutes of use, it's cleaned up generally around the area, as you can see, but the yellow stain remains. Now this one here, you can still see some of the yellow stain there, but it's much better. That's the one that the Vax spot wash did, and you can see the general area around where it did is much cleaner. So I'd go over that with the full size carpet shampooer, I think, to get rid of the last bit. But yeah, you can definitely see the difference between the carpet shampooer here and the steam cleaner here.
So they're the two things I will be using it for. Floors, primarily 99% of the time. Kitchen floors, hard floors. And carpets, not so much, but maybe upholstery in cars just for freshening it up on light stains. But as shown in part one, there are loads and loads of other accessories that come with it for cleaning. High pressure bent nozzles, wire brush for cleaning grills and stuff like that, a window squeegee. So let's have a look at some of them now, starting off with the wire brush for cleaning your metal grills and stuff like that. Okay, so let's try it now on some stuff like this, some like metal work. Barbecues, things like that, grills for your conventional cooker. What these bits are is I've got one of the original air fryers. They didn't call them air fryers then. They called them halogen grills. It's like a big round, I've mentioned it in some of my other videos. Big round thing, very basic, sort of clockwork timer on the thing. But I love them. They're half the price of an air fryer with drawers and things, like a Ninja. But you can get like twice as much in them. I put that was on a lower level, and I put them part baked bread rolls on there. And then there's a taller one of them that I put sausages, chips and all that. And if it's small items, use something like that, and you can fit absolutely tons in. And it cooks about as quick as an air fryer with no fat and all that. So I use that quite often. And I use one of them wire, it's like shredded, sort of like offcuts of wire, if you can imagine of metal, a lathe with all the sprue coming off it into a ball, but they take all the razor sharp edges off so you don't cut your hands. But I tend to use one of them. You'll see me using one of them on this, and it is pretty awkward to do. So let's have a look at that now in the sink with the high pressure nozzle on and the wire brush, the brass brush on there, and see how well it cleans them. Okay, so this is it cleaning barbecue. Again, I've got the flexible connection on, so and it's got the, you can see the brass brush in. So I dare say just the brass brush would be show just the same results really, but you can be sure of like sterilising it as well. So yeah, it is doing it. This is what I usually use. I usually use this sort of scouring pad steel wool. I probably still will, because I can use the dirty water after washing up and do it this way, and it's quicker than rigging it all up. But if I had a big area to do, I could do it. I hope you can hear this okay over all the steam. So again, on here you can see the bits blocking it. So let's see if it gets rid of these. One thing to be careful, if you're going backwards and forwards, they can sort of unscrew a bit, these.
So try to just keep doing it in one direction. I'll turn the steam up and get a bit more out. I'll put it on nearly full. Turn that steam off and yeah, you can see the bit I've done. There was more blockages before, but so I'll probably carry on just using this steel wool stuff.
So yeah, as you saw there, not particularly good on that. It will get off. Here's one I've just used today. I filmed that earlier, obviously. And stuff like this, like bits of, I know it looks horrible, but I need to have it like this to show it you. But bits like this, bits of sort of like fat and the brown sort of greasiness off, this was a bacon, off that. The steam will get off great because it'll melt that and it'll blast it off. But the really sort of baked on black stuff like you get on barbecues here and there, it's an absolute pig to get off. No steam, it's 100 degrees steam or whatever, isn't hot enough to get that off. You've got to literally scrape it off. So yeah, I don't know what if anybody can recommend a fantastic product for getting rid of the black clag without physically scraping it off with a knife or that or a really coarse wire brush, please put it in the comments. But the steam part of it isn't particularly good for that. You might as well just use a normal wire brush and leave it at that. So I won't be using it for that. So I'll show you now, while I was in the kitchen, cleaning at the base of the tap. So let's have a quick look at that. And the bit that gets gunged up at the base of your mixer.
And of course, this is the most powerful nozzle, just the nozzle itself to the brass. And that you would use for going around here, just like the bottom of your taps. Just hold that right up close. That actually is doing the trick. Hard to show on camera close up, but and if it was a tight corner, of course you could put that on, get in it like that.
So yeah, it did actually get rid of the gunge. It was quite effective for that, but you couldn't really see it so much. So I thought I'll try it again in the bathroom on the wash basin. With that being white and that, you can see it a lot better there. So let's see, doing the same thing, getting the gunge from round the bottom of the taps in the bathroom.
Okay, so it's making me look alright dirty so this, but I've purposefully left this just for these devos. Again, the thing that high pressure jet steam would be good is round here. Just showed you in the kitchen, but probably show up better in here. So if you look at the grime round the bottom of that tap, if we turn the machine on, which I've got just placed on top of the because I've just used it, it comes on straight away. Well, pretty much straight away. So if I do that now, you should see I'm running a bit low on water, so I'll put it on maximum. Just the jet. Well, you can see that as, whoops, not somewhere safe. It definitely has got most of it off, and you could use a little brush. And what you could use, that's obviously too big to go in, but you could use the GROUT brush to get rid of the last remnants of it. So you could just do that. see, that's got rid of, that's just drying it up. I'm not scrubbing the stuff off with that, but you can see that's a lot cleaner now.
A bit hard to see on the video, but that side by side still shows it a bit better, because a lot of what you think is muck on the when you're looking at it is a shadow, but yeah, you can definitely see there the one on the right is cleaner. So yeah, pretty effective at that. Whether I'll get the whole steamer out just to do a couple of taps instead of just using a scouring pad, scouring pad and sponge, I don't know. But it is very, very effective at blasting that out, as you saw, particularly in the side-by-side pictures at the end. Right, while we're in the bathroom, let's try it now on the grout. I haven't got any really horrible black sealed in sort of like grout, so we'll just try it on the sort of like the dirtiest bit I could find and see how it does on that.
Right, we'll try the grout brush on this bit. You can see there's some black forming in there. We'll turn it on. It shouldn't take too long to heat up because we've just done the sink. Again, I got it on full steam, so actually that comes off dead easy. Yeah, as you saw there, that's extremely easy. So we'll try it on another bit, comparing it to another bit. And I'll use the just a scouring pad on it to see how that does. So I'll just do this bit on the left here with a scouring pad. It should come off quite easy. Yeah, it's not really ingrained in, so you wouldn't need it for that. So unfortunately I can't try it on any really ingrained in stuff, but we'll just do this bit here. Again, I've just turned it on. But I don't even think you need the brush to probably just blast it with a steam. Gets it off dead easy.
So yeah, as you saw, it came out very, very easily, but it also came out very, very easily, the dirt, with just a scouring pad. So I did that bathroom, did all the tiling myself about 6 or 7 years ago, and the grouting is still great and it cleans dead easy. But yeah, so it's not that needed for at least the dirt on my grout. It comes out pretty easy. I did try it, I forgot to film it. I did try it on the white silicone around the bath. I've got some bits of sort of like black sort of mould growing on that, and it wasn't good at all at that. The steam did absolutely nothing. That the black seems to be right in the silicone, so I might even have to sort of scrape that out and re-silicone it again. Again, if you know of a product to get rid of the black sort of like mould on silicone, stick it in the comments below, but I'll probably just re-silicone it. So that's the bathroom. Now, the one attachment I didn't test, I didn't film me using this. I haven't got a ceramic hob or anything like that, but is this scraper thing. So, as I showed you in part one, you'll have steam coming out of this bit and this bit. It's like two holes there for it to come out. And you'll just run it along and scrape up the grease. Again, hardened on, baked on black stuff like on the grills I showed you earlier. No good, but for greasy type stuff it will be ideal, because as you'll see in this next bit, the steam is fantastic for cutting through grease. So what I did, I used the squeegee adapter. So like I showed you in part one, that's the squeegee adapter, and it can go on the extension hose or the unit itself. I just put it direct on the unit and did the windows like that, as you'll see. And what I did, I smeared a bit of this and a bit of this lithium grease, I'll show you in a second, on one bit, and then I've done the same to the left to test it with warm soapy water, see which one works the best. So the main sort of one was this. Any mechanics will probably know it. It's just a general purpose, as it says, grease, like a heavy duty one. grease-coloured grease. You press down on the out bit and it oozes up in the middle. Quite a thick, gloopy, sticks like whatever grease. And then I did a patch just with this lithium grease spray from Lidl's. Much lighter, sort of thing you'd put on like moving metal parts, chain of your bike and things like that. But it's a much lighter and it's white, as you'll see. So let's have a look now at how the squeegee gets through the thick grease and the lithium grease, and then we'll compare it to the warm soapy water and see which is best. Okay, so hopefully I want to put this bit of black tape here to help do the focus. I've got a manual focus, so it shouldn't pulse in and out, but I'm hoping you can see that grease there. That's the normal car grease. That. And then further over to the left, I'll reposition the camera. I've used this lithium grease. So I'm going to do it first of all with the water, with the steamer. This is what I found it's pretty good at, cutting through grease. So, the way you can see that the grease has gone really sort of liquidy. And it's cleaning off pretty good. So that's the heavy engine brown grease stuff. Wipe it off with a cloth now. Right, I'll reposition the camera for the other grease. So you may be able to see this a bit better because it's a white lithium grease. So I'll try it on that. Turn it back on. Again, always try and make sure that the clunk weight is in the water and you don't get the loud knocking noise. Again. Yeah, it's pretty effective. It's getting it off that big splodge. It's leaving some remnants up above. So you can get them as well. So you can get right to the top with that. Okay, turn that off. And that is... It's red hot, it's absolutely red hot, but it's done the job. It's cut right through that grease. It's hard for you to see, but it's pretty, I'm going to say squeaky clean, but I can't make it squeak, but that is very, very clean. So we'll try this patch with just some soapy water. So just got a bowl of soapy water. It's reasonably hot, this. And again, that's sort of doing it. Alright, the lithium one. Swing it around to the heavy engine grease. Dip it in there, see how it is at getting rid of that. Or less so on this. It got that lithium off easy, but if you look at this, all that soapy water's doing is rubbing it around. Hoping the camera's picking this up. Try again. Yeah, it's just rubbing that grease around. So if we get the steam mop on it, it should show you cutting through it. Sorry about the helicopter going over. Right, so Yeah, and that has cut right through that grease. Again, you can't really see so much, but take my word for it, that window is now squeaky clean. Yeah, there's not a sign of grease there. Just at the sort of the very top above my finger on the top where I pushed it, but so get rid of that one a bit more. I think it's to keep wiping the squeegee. Get it off there. And then it's been shoved to the top of the window. I can just steam it off. So yeah, as you saw there, excellent for that. So cutting through grease on a window or on the floor or whatever, brilliant. And better than it was pretty hot, that water, and I had detergent in it. And as you saw on the main grease, it just sort of started smearing. Eventually it would have got rid of it all. Or maybe if I had a window cleaner, a vinegar-based window cleaner or whatever, it'd have done it. But just the steam on its own cut through it brilliantly. It pushed it up sort of out of the way, so you then got to sort of like wipe it off while it's still wet. And as you can see, I've not cleaned it since I did that demo, and yuck, underneath all that is that heavy duty grease there. So you can pull this squeegee out. I'm gonna get my hands too greasy while I'm doing this video. You pull that right out and give it a proper clean in your sink at home and all that, which I'll be doing in a second, ready for next use. But yeah, I was pretty impressed with that, how it cut through, particularly this meaty, heavy grease. So while I still had the tool out, just after doing the windows, I thought I'd show you how long the lead is. I mentioned in part 1 of this video, the unboxing, that the lead you get with it is 6 meters long. And it's hard to appreciate how long 6 meters is. It's pretty long. Obviously, working outside, I still had to use my extension lead. And although I could have plugged it in, the plug's further up and it might have just reached, I don't know. But as advised, the extension lead, like I mentioned in part 1, if you do use one, make sure it's a hefty one that can carry a minimum of 10 amps, because it is 1.5 kilowatt unit. That's what the steamer uses, and that draws about 7 amps worth of power. So make sure it's not just a flimsy lead for radios and things. Make sure it's a good hefty lead if you are going to use an extension lead. But let's just have a look now how long 6 meters is. By the way, if you're wondering how long 6 meters is on the lead, well, this is it. Walking up towards the window I've just done, and that's the window I've just done, and you can see how long the lead is right back to the end of the house. So I did use an extension lead for that bit, but as advised, a very hefty extension lead. So yeah, that's about it. I've shown you every accessory that comes with it: floor cleaning, window cleaning, carpet cleaning, stuff like that. I don't think there's anything left to show you. I did mention in part 1, I'd tell you about cleaning. It says in the instruction book, if ever there's a reduction in steam coming out, because it's travelling through some pretty small orifices to get up to that pressure. And again, as advised in part 1, it advises using distilled water, particularly if you're in a hard water area. And again, referring back to part 1, have a look at that. I tell you how to get a cheap source, not cheap, free source of distilled water. But if you do notice a reduction in steam output, it might need cleaning. Now, to clean it, you clean it by filling it with a mixture of vinegar and water. It'll mean white vinegar, not malt vinegar. So white vinegar, a proportion of 2 waters to 1 vinegar, and then just put the attachments you want to clean on and just spray some stuff through it. Then pour it out and give it a rinse. And that should do it. One other nice point I noticed on it was on the plug. If you have a look, and it's quite unusual this, the fuse is a 10 amp. There, 10 amp. Here in the UK, normally the fuses you find in plugs are the red ones 3 amp, the black ones 5 amp, the brown ones 13 amp. Quite unusual to find a 10 amp fuse in it. And it's adequate, a 10 amp fuse, because it draws just under 7 amps. If you work it out, it's a 1500 watt, 1.5 kilowatt rating. If you do the calculations on the UK voltage of 220-ish volts, that's a draw of just under 6.8 amps. So a 10 amp fuse, ample. And again, quality plug, you can tell, really nice quality plug. I'm not sure what make it is. Yeah, loads of info on there. So, yeah, they always seem to, it even says 10 amp on it there. So, yeah, good quality plug. And like I mentioned, the rest of it, it's nice quality. The plastic is as good as from any other manufacturer. A lot of people, I've had a few comments saying, oh, Silvercrest and Parkside are rubbish. They're not. Okay, like I say, some of the Parkside tools and some of the Silvercrest stuff isn't up to the absolute top standards like Miele and DeWalt for tools and Makita and stuff, but they're a fraction of the price, and they come with a 3-year warranty. And again, I know I keep banging on about it, but they do stand by their 3-year warranty. I've recently had a shaver renewed that was 2 years, 11 months old, and they sent me a brand new one. No problem at all. So people tell you Lidl stuff is rubbish. It isn't. Take it from me. They've had one appliance gone wrong or something. I've got loads of Silvercrest stuff. I've got my kettle is Silvercrest. My microwave is Silvercrest. I've got temperature reader, all sorts of stuff, all Silvercrest. And I've only had one bad one, and that's a fan that you fill with water that's supposed to keep you cool, which is absolute rubbish. But yeah, other than that, been really, really good. So yes, I definitely would recommend one, and at 34 quid, it's quite the bargain. So hopefully it has been of some use, this. My next review is another Silvercrest thing. I picked it up this Sunday, a little label printer. All sorts of features on it. You can control it with an app on your phone, linked with Bluetooth. As you see, it's dead small, rechargeable, USB-C, and it prints little stick-on labels. But I'll go into that, obviously, in the review. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't already subscribed, as I mentioned at the beginning, if you click the little picture here now of the shed to subscribe, and then once you've done that, click the bell icon below and you'll be informed of any new uploads as soon as I've done them. It'd be great to get some more subscribers. It is going up slowly, but very, very slowly. So it'd be great to reach 4,000. So thanks very much for watching this. I know it's been a long one, but a lot to squeeze in. So glad to reach the end of it. Hope to catch you for the next one. Bye for now.